Hello and welcome. My name is Anna Delman. Thank you for joining in on my 365-day note writing adventure. I'm on day number 308 and it is Sunday. Therefore, I review the notes I've written to myself throughout the week to make sure that I have gotten down to the nitty-gritty for my own edification and building up of my most excellent faith, and what I've shared with you, that there's nothing that I've left unattended to in what I've tried to explain and convey. So my note for today, being day 308, as said, is as follows. Understanding the need to focus on thoughts wraps up the week. So on day 302, the need for a quiet yet productive day. How do you take time for yourself, keeping up with the necessities in a quiet way? It's a mind game. And then that's when I started referring to Isaiah 26:3. And when our focus is steadfast, complete, unshakable, we have peace in our lives. And I also wanted to focus on Isaiah 26:4, which we have that kind of peace when we trust in God implicitly, because we know His promises are true, and we know that focusing on that will be our comfort. Furthermore, it is His sovereignty in all of life that allows for that trust, that He's working out something even though we don't know what it is or we don't fully understand it. We know the ultimate thing He is working out for our good is eternal and can never ever be taken away from us. Day 303, when relationships break, your response must be to remain stalwart with the rock. This privileges and provides you with, and we work through it, courage, experiential knowledge of comfort, dependability, that He's proven that He's dependable because you know His promises are real. And friends, once you've had a taste of His presence in your life, when you've sensed and know those moments in your life when there's nothing and no one around you to comfort you, to give you peace, to give you joy, and you know it, nothing compares to it. So on day 303, we also looked at joy, unwavering and resolve in our characters, and how that strengthened us, and it gave us Godfidence. That's God confidence. One word that I like to make it into is Godfident living. Day 304, what does peace feel like? It's more than sentimental comfort. It's when we are safe in mind, body, and our estate, our circumstances in life, where you live. And sometimes, friends, that can mean that everything's breaking loose around you, that your circumstances beyond the front door of your heart are so difficult. Yet, it is not a sentimentality of comfort that you feel. It's real and it's true and it's present, and it is Him, and you know it when you know it. So what does peace feel like? It's to know that kind of safety. It's to be happy despite what is crumbling around you. It's to be well physically, and that's not always true for all of us. Sometimes physically we don't do well and we don't get back to what we want to feel in physical well-being, but we know He's there and all is well. It is well. It is well with my soul. Okay, and then on day number 305, what does staying faith strong look like when the going gets tough? Keep your purpose firm. You know what you know is true, and you need to focus on it and not allow anything to derail you from that. Your faith has been established, and once it is, because you know of His presence, you remain steadfast, you remain established. You lean on and you take hold of what is true, and you don't let go. You do not weaken your grip, not for anyone or anything. And day 306, how many times do I need to change my mind to bring change to my life? As long as it takes, as often as it takes, moment by moment need of grace. You cannot do it for the duration of your days on this earth if you are not relying on grace to sustain you, to build everything into you that I've already described. Day 307, what and how do I transform my mind for it to remain steadfast? Friends, you have to be enlightened. To be enlightened, you need to find information to enlighten you. You need to click those switches on of your mind and your heart so that you can see clearly the reality of what you don't know. Only then will you know what you need to know. You need to understand that before you can get to the greater enlightenment and the greater understanding which is found in the Word of God. And that, friends, is everything I focused on this week. And as I started, understanding the need to focus on thoughts wraps up the week. It is essential to keep your thoughts captive to what is true and real about who and what God is, not only to give you peace for today, but to give you that confidence of the peace for your eternality, your future, and your future beyond the limitations of this season of time. So friends, I hope that encourages you. I will be back again tomorrow to keep on talking about the God I know and the God who gives me the confidence to keep doing this and sharing, because He deserves the glory. I hope that's true in your lives too. So until tomorrow, take care and God bless, and we will talk again. Bye-bye for now.